So what's going on, traders? Welcome to another daily watches video. Let's quickly dive to the charts. Of course, we're gonna start with the euro US dollar, and right now it's a little bit tricky. Like, we had already that drop we were expecting, but we didn't really make like a very big drop. So the most likely scenario, in my opinion, right now is that euro US dollar is going to go up. However, I am still bearish since we already took out this demand. We already took out some liquidity. We still have like a low in here that can be taken out, and we have some, yeah, like let's say minor demand below in here, which price can visit to. However, on the lower time frames, on let's say the 15-minute, it is kind of bullish, especially since the DXY made that further up move and euro US dollar made that drop. For now, I'm still a little bit bullish actually on euro US dollar. There is no significant demand, and I'm not gonna look for any longs, but at least for now, it looks like it is going to make a further up move and maybe possibly even break this trend line, possibly go back into this supply zone. At least for now, yeah, on the lower time frames, it still looks a little bit good, especially on the 1 hour. We also have this trend line that's being broken. So for now, I think for today, for the end of this week, I might become a little bit more bullish on the dollar pairs basically. Because if you look at the DXY, what we can see is that we didn't really touch this supply zone, but we saw a nice rejection from the supply zone. Now we broke this level in here, and currently price is on top of this trend line. Well, for me, of course, again, we got two scenarios, right? We have this demand zone in here. Price didn't really touch mid-range, which is a lot around these lows in here. But for now, it does look bearish. It looks like price can easily visit back in the demand zone in here, and possibly even in the big one below in there. Because it didn't really touch this one, but it did take out like the mid-range, like a little bit above the mid-range in here of this overall structure. It made a nice rejection from there, so that already tells me that price can make that further push to the downside, especially if you look at the other pairs, how they are performing. I'm a little bit bearish right now for today, for the end of this week on the dollar. Now, if we go to AUDUSD dollar, we saw that further push like we were expecting. We didn't really make a full push to the downside. While we are around, I think it was a new weekly demand, I guess. Yeah, we have like this weekly demand in here. Price visited in there now. We didn't touch our daily, but we might see a little reversal happening. For now, of course, the price action is still bearish, but this might be that kind of area where price can slow down a little bit, maybe might make like a reversal slowly. But of course, if you look at the overall trend, it will take some time. We will need to form that low. We need to form that bottom, possibly go even a little bit further to the downside. But like I said, for now, the weekly supply could take control of price. That said, moving over to the GBPUSD dollar. Now, what we can see on GBPUSD dollar is we got a little bit of a push down since yesterday. For now, the scenario I said yesterday is probably, like, most unlikely is going to play out, that GBPUSD dollar is now going to move up. We made a visit back into our demand. Like I said yesterday, there was a possibility we visited back. Now we did that. We touched this demand like on the lower time frames again. And for today, I'm bullish GBPUSD dollar. We can probably take out the trend line and hopefully also take out these highs in there. So longs for GU. Now that said, moving over to NZDUSD dollar. And what we can see is that we already took out this high. We made a change of character. So for now, we might start looking for some longs. Like we got this demand below in here. Now if we go to the 15-minute real quick, let's see. On the 15-minute, not really a lot. We got this ugly spike candle in here. I think it was during the midnight, like more pairs had like ugly candles like this, but I don't really like to trade this one. So preferably for me, what I will be watching is are these lows basically in there. So of course we got our 4-hour demand zone in there. Then on the 15-minute, we still have we had this one. That one has already been touched now. So preferably, I really want to see price drop back into 4-hour demand and take some longs from there. I don't really see a lot else. Like we got this ugly candle in here, and after that price now just broke the lows. So we broke these lows. We created a small area of supply. So overall, I'm not gonna take any shorts, of course, but I really prefer price to go back into this demand zone, to go back here and take some longs from there if they present themselves. Like I said in previous videos, mainly because this is like a daily with, I think daily with weekly even. Let's quickly grab it. Yeah, it's like a daily with the weekly. We could see another swipe of the low, but at least for now, because we made a change of character, I would be looking for some aggressive early longs for NZDUSD for now. Now going over to gold, and we got that push up, and right now, like I said yesterday, we are going to get this demand zone. So of course I always prefer price coming back to a demand zone, preferably this one. So if price comes back to this one, for sure I'm gonna look for some longs. Now we had this one being taken out, and it's not really a significant zone for now. Price action is still just bullish. We took out this one, so this area is like the mid-range, but price already visited there, so there is not really a lot of short liquidity left. Now let's quickly grab the range tool, because the 0.75 level is located all the way up there. Like you see, around this change of character level, around the level that the peak was formed, we also have the 0.75, of course, and the 0.25 in here. So I prefer price to make a rejection from the 0.50 level, going back to 0.25 and taking some longs from there. But yeah, knowing gold, we might even see it on 50-minute already. So if we look at the 50-minute, what we see is basically we had a change of character that was around the low I just mentioned, I guess. Yeah, of course, this value in here, but we already might see some early longs. Now we have this switch on, so let's quickly grab the right one. We have this switch on, price might coming back there or going a little bit lower into this one, but for now not really any significant areas of demand. Usually you would like to see like this clean also change of character demand zones happening, but you don't really see that as of now. We broke this high, and yeah, most of the demand is just below in here, like 2400. So price yeah, 24 or 2380, something like that. Price might visit back there. So let's go back to the 4-hour. Yeah, really preferably I would see price just going back, going lower, because there aren't really a lot of significant demand zones in here. We got like these lower ones, but nothing really I like for myself. Yeah, so I prefer price to go back to that demand. Now that said, let's not keep talking for too long. Going back to the Bitcoin, not really lots in yesterday. Still indecision in the market. We might see a further drop to the downside, but of course if the DXY of the dollar gets bearish, then we might stick around the tops in here for a little bit. At least for now. Let's clean up a little bit. What we're seeing for now is, yeah, we had this minor supply zone all the way up there because we made a change of character, but it all falls again into the bigger supply zone. So for now, I really just want to see either way. Can we break further to the upside? Can we get more volume coming in? Or is it just another scenario of we're going to play ping pong, we're going to go back lower, and we're going back into this range? Like, at least I'm going for scenario number 2. We will go down again, but for now it's just guessing. We're already at the tops for so long that if there is really a lot of volume, we can easily break it. But yeah, if you look at the overall picture, we are still very, very high, and we are at those highs that price can easily just take some more profit basically on the long. So let's clean it up in here a little bit. So as you can see, we don't really have a lot. We have this change of character on the weekly, so it looks like prices came back in there. So for now, either way, we're going down, which is most likely scenario in my opinion, or we're going to break this weekly and we're going for a new all-time high. But I want to see that first. I really want to see this one being taken out first. Otherwise, I will just continue to be bearish, and yeah, we'll guess that price is going back again. But at least I'm not really going to trade it for now, mainly because I don't like the indecision that's happening in the market. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna close the video, and let's hope it's gonna move until the end of this week. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.